Hi, I'm Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my final wrap up for May, and this is going to be the 3 things that I managed to read in the last week of May, as well as the fantasy and thriller book that I read during the month, because my last wrap up was all about Horror Mayhem and Zombiethon reads. So I have 5 books to talk about in this wrap up. The first 2 I have full reviews for that I will have linked down below because they were for review. The first one is Happy Bunny and Other Mischiefs by Rebecca Gransden, and this was a short story collection, so absolutely perfect for Horror Mayhem. And this was a collection of weird horror stories, very, very strange and out there and unique premises that I really enjoyed how unique they were. And I do like the weird side, but there were a couple of them that were a little bit hard to follow because they were written in a more absurdist, like hard to follow kind of way. I lost the plot. I don't like that. But most of the stories were a lot of fun in a dark and, bleak kind of way. But really love the premises, like a man bringing his friend's pet pigeon to the vet leads to an underground cult. A turducken becomes sentient, escapes its packaging, and explores the world. Someone in a bunny suit, who's always in a bunny suit, gets put through a portal randomly to different movie sets and TV sets to do his part as the bunny. So many interesting ideas going on here, and that is what I enjoyed about this collection. The other review copy I had was Overgrowth by Mira Grant. My review just went up for this, and it was the last book that I finished in May, and it's a sci-fi horror book with aliens and alien invasion, alien plants taking over human bodies, transforming human bodies. Very interesting. Fantastic book. Fantastic book. If you like sci-fi horror, you have to read it. The last horror thing that I read for Horror Mayhem is The Damned by Algernon Blackwood. It's from this collection. This one is from the 1910s, 1914 to be exact, and I love Algernon Blackwood's writing. I've liked all the stories I've read from him so far. This is no exception because the writing is great, very atmospheric, very, very big on the atmosphere in this story. It's a haunted house story, sort of, maybe. But it's about a man and his sister that travel to this house with their friend and to stay with their friend, and there's like this heavy oppressive feeling in here, like something is definitely not right in this house and no one knows what it is, and everyone has their own theories on it. They're trying to figure it out, and it does that something is not right here feeling really well. And terror, like there's this scene trying to explore the house in the dark at night after there's this horrible sound, and the descriptions of the absolute all-encompassing fear of this person, great. Well done. What I thought was weird about this story is that you never really do find out what is truly happening in this house. Not really. It's just about the journey. I guess it's just about the feeling, and you can tell something's not right. Maybe you don't have to know what it is. I don't know. But that was kind of weird. Usually there's some big reveal. But yeah, I really like Algernon Blackwood's stories. Definitely a classic writer to check out if you're a fan of horror. And now I'm going to talk about my fantasy read and my thriller that I read in May, on top of all of my horror for readathons. My fantasy was Carl's Doomsday Scenario by Matt Dinniman. This was a group read for the fantasy read along on the Bookish Drummers Discord. We're reading through all of Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and this is the second book. It was another good installment. It was not as laugh out loud funny as the first one, but had some really fun action, some really fun jokes, some really fun situations with very strange characters. And I really like this series because it's like all of the role-playing games that I love, only in a very comedic book form, and it's perfect for me. I definitely love this series, and I can't wait to read the third one in June. Last book that I read for May is a thriller, The Lies We Told by Camilla Way, and this was also a book club pick on the Bookish Drummers Discord for the Thrill Killer Chill, said that wrong, Thrill Chill or Kill book club. This one was good. I would say this is a thrilling book. The Lies We Told, about a woman whose boyfriend goes missing, and she's trying to figure out what happened to him. And there are multiple POVs. There's the woman who's lost her boyfriend's POV, and then there is this separate timeline that is going over this really strained family situation, because there seems to be something wrong with this little girl, this daughter in the family. The mother thinks there's something wrong with her, that she's possibly a sociopath or psychopath, something like that. And the father doesn't want to hear anything about it. These are seemingly unrelated stories that, of course, come together in the end. And I really enjoyed it. I cannot get enough of the creepy kid story. So I don't know what that says about me. Kind of weird. But that is everything else that I read in the month of May, following up that huge wrap-up that I had before. If you've read any of these books, I'd love to hear what you thought of them down in the comments, and I'll be back very soon with another book-related video. Thanks. Bye.